This is video number 2 of the 2025-2026 High School Wrestling Rules, Hand Signals, and Mechanics. And in this one, we're going to cover the disc flip. We know that a lot of people coming into the sport, they're kind of, I don't want to use the word confused, they just don't have a good grasp on what flipping the disc means, whether that's to start a dual meet or in between periods. There's 2 major types. There's the circular disc, you have to have red and green, or there's it can be hexagonal, octagonal, whatever. This particular disc I use for dual meets because it's got the weights for the dual meets. You can, it's Bread's Choice, 106, send out. The disc flip, as we'll show you just in a second, we got some wrestlers going to give some examples. In a dual meet, the dual meet flip is conducted before wrestling starts, and it determines who gets the choice. For the weight, you send your wrestler out first. It also means you have choice in the second period. We don't flip the disc again in a dual meet. Once we flip it to start, who gets choice, who gets to send out first, that's the way it is for all the weights. It doesn't skip if there's a forfeit or double forfeit. We go all the way through. Now, a tournament, we flip for every match. Not every period, in between the first and second period. And we're going to show you the mechanics. We're going to show you the choices and all that. At an individual tournament, we have our flip disc. You can use either one. It doesn't really matter. I prefer the smaller one. That way you can put it in your wristband, put it in your pocket. You don't have the big cumbersome disc with you. When you flip the disc, let it hit the mat. Don't catch it. When you flip it, let it hit the mat. Let everybody in the gym, everybody in the arena see that the disc hit the mat. There's no confrontation. There's nothing anybody can say that you're trying to, flip it in your hand. You don't like a certain school. Oh, it's green, even though it landed in your hand on red. Oh, green, it's your choice. When you give choice with the disc, we're going to show you a live example here just in a minute. But what you want to do is you want to hold your hand all the way up. And we don't want to make a fist because we know fist is stalling. That's going to be its own video. We want to raise our hand up, and you'll turn your attention to wherever that wrestler is. So if green wins the choice, you'll say green's over here. Green, I even like to point kind of at their feet. Green, your choice, up, down, neutral, defer. They'll give you their choice. Or if red wins it, red, your choice, up, down, neutral, or defer. Now, the high school aged wrestlers, you ask them. Don't ask their coach. Now their coach they'll probably give, we're going down right here, take down, but you turn your attention to the wrestler. In middle school, elementary, youth, you want to ask the coach. High school, ask the wrestler. Anything below high school, ask the coach.
Bottom. Break easy. Green, your choice. Green's going tops.
So we've got our wrestlers out here. We're going to give you a demonstration of a match, an individual match. This is not a dual meet. We'll work on that just in a second. But this is an individual match, like a tournament, if you will, individual tournament. So the first period's ended, and we're going to get our disc out. We're going to flip it and show you how to do the proper mechanics, and then show you some bad mechanics that you shouldn't do, because we have unfortunately saw some terrible mechanics, and that's what this series is hopefully going to do, is alleviate some of that and give people a better resource for good hand mechanics and good signals. So, the period's ended. We pull our flip disc out. Green, your choice, up, down, neutral, defer. All right, green has deferred. Defer is the only hand signal that's in the book for the flip. Now, there's two preferred ways of doing the defer. One, of course, we always want to turn our attention to the score table. We don't want to be off somewhere. We get the signal from the wrestler. He has chosen defer. We're going to go green, defers, or you can do green, defers. So the defer signal, you always want to raise your hand up, let everybody know who has the choice. Green, green defers. Green defers. You would immediately turn your attention to the red wrestler. Raise your hand, red, your choice, up, down, or neutral. He's taken down. When a wrestler takes down, we of course turn our attention back to the score table. We use our whole hand. We don't point to a color. We don't do the finger point, all that kind of stuff. We want to use our whole arm. We want to say it. Red takes down. You would have the wrestler get set, of course, in the position. We're not going to go through all that. We just want to show you the steps for how to do this. So we're going to flip our disc again. Green, it's your choice. Up, down, neutral, defer. Pick something else this time. He doesn't defer. We would turn to the score table. Green takes down. We'd get the green wrestler set, then go from there. In the third period, outside of the injury timeout rule, red would have the choice, or the match ends on a fall or tech fall, however it ends, the red wrestler would have the choice. Green, your choice, up, down, neutral, defer. Green takes top. We want to look at the score table. Green takes top. We would look at the red wrestler, red, you're down. So, the raising our hand, turning our attention to the wrestler, and kind of pointing to them, especially in high school. Green, your choice, up, down, neutral, defer. Whatever they give you, whether it's the defer, we can do that way, or we can do this, and we would turn our attention to the other wrestler. Green takes down. Use our whole arm. Green takes top. Red takes down. Red takes top. Now let's say they go neutral. That's a very good possibility, right? Because we just covered neutral in our first video. Green wins the toss. Looks at you, gives the neutral signal. Neutral.
Oh, my bad.
The other neutral. There we go. Green takes neutral. We look at the score table. We'd hold our hand up and we would say it. Green takes neutral. We'd go back to the center. We would get set. The neutral signal, down for either wrestler. The top signal for either wrestler. You want to exaggerate these. That's part of our presentation. Red takes top. Red takes neutral. Now to our officials, you are required to have a random draw bag. Let's see which weight we pull out first here. 132. 126. We're going to pick a couple out here. 120. We're going down the line here. I don't want to. Hey, there we go. Heavyweight. So whenever you pick out a random weight for a dual meet only, that's what weight you start the weigh-ins with. That's also the weight you would start wrestling at. So if you draw out whatever it is, 126, you would start weigh-ins at 126. You would start the first duel or the first series of duels at 126. Then you would come out, bring your handy dandy flip disc, as I can get in my pocket here. You'd pull it out, flip it. You would have the team captains. We're going to pretend that these are opposing schools. Guys, if you would come in. We tell them, all right, guys, we're starting, guys or girls, we're starting at 126. Have your wrestlers ready. We would flip the disc. If it lands, whatever color it lands on, it's a good practice to, similar to football, kind of red, your choice, odd or even, or green. Whoever wins it. Just, we want to receive, we want to defer, we kick, whatever. Same practice as in football. Red.
Even.
Even. You look at the score table, look at the coaches. Red takes even. Red takes even. We're starting at 126. Let's go. They'd go back to their corner. Whatever odd. The even is who would get the choice in the 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th, 12th, 14 matches, and of course opposite for the odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, all that. If it's a forfeit, double forfeit, it still counts. The beauty of the disc that I have, and I'm not advocating to go out and buy one of those. You can write it on your own disc. It's just a great tool to have. It keeps you in line. And also, you need to be checking with your score table in between matches. Who's got choice? If you don't have disc like that, you can put whoever has the choice in your wristband. Oh, it's green's choice. You flip it over. Oh, it's, you put it in your red wristband. Oh, it's red's choice. So 2 different type of disc flips, the individual match and the dual meet.